Hey yo!
What's good, people? It's your boy Sweezy coming back with our next special video today. Please allow the broken glasses. I'm legally blind, so I had to do a quick little improvise, to fix that up real quick, but don't beat up in the process of leveling up all 2021. Today is a very special video, of course, for me because we're going to be talking about the top Trinidadian songs of 2020. Of course, we have to support local all 2021. With that being said, big up to the local brands, Billet, Herbalist brand, go fuck with them. Of course, we went local all 2021. And before I get into this video, I want to point out something very important about this list, like really quickly. This list is not going to include any Trinidad songs because we have a separate video with the Trinidad songs and all the songs about badness. That's going to be a separate list coming sooner than you think, sooner rather than later. With that being said, let's get into the video. I also want to add, if you're just a fan of the basic mainstream, just radio songs I hear all the time, this is probably not the list for you. But if you want to hear some real underground and not so underground bangers, just stuff that sounds different, because a lot of these songs on this list, a lot of people probably never heard before. So if you just want to hear something different, come and join in. Alright, to start off the list at number 30, we have, of course, the dog Loom, Hard to Breathe. There's like a melodic rap song, a tough song, hard. 29, Dylan Will, Life in Me. This is an alternative R&B song. The vocals are just beautiful on this song. Number 28, we have Merry Go Round by Sienna Sage. Sienna, I hope I'm saying your name right. I literally called my brethren to ask him how to say your name, and he told me Sienna, so I hope that's how you actually say it. So Sienna Sage, Merry Go Round. Number 27, we have So High. This is Nessa Preppy, Boy Boy, and London Future. This is like a kind of island pop type of song, a fusion song. It's definitely a cool vibe. It has a international kind of vibes to it. So yeah. Number 26, we have Say Less with Nyla Blackman and Meds Boss. I know people have their thoughts about this song and these people, but I don't really want to say too much about that. What I would say is a good song, nice again island pop song, but I think Nyla carried most of the song. I thought she was definitely strong on the song. It was definitely more her type of song. But yeah, so number 25, we have Be Some by Abdiel. This is again a kind of dancehall island pop kind of fusion song, and it's just a vibe. So big up to Abdiel. For this one, I'm gonna cheat. This song is actually not from 2020. It's from like I think 2019 or 2018. But what I'm talking about is And Like This. This is from China Boy. And this is just what Trinidad needs, like is a nice kind of rap futuristic rap song. I know China Boy is based out in Canada, so he's probably getting producers out there to make his songs, but it's still definitely a vibe, and I know he's from Trinidad, so big up to that song. Number 24, I want to say Touche from Rael Levi. This is a kind of alternative R&B type of song, and it's definitely a vibe. It kind of has a Party Next Door type of style to it, but despite that, it's still his own song, and definitely a cool alternative vibe. Very interesting, to be coming out of Trinidad. Number 23, we have Blacker from Kutin. 80 Said or Seed, I'm not sure you say his name, and Freetown Collection and Freetown Collective. Sorry. But yeah, this is this song came out I think a little bit after the Black Lives Matter protests, and is a kind of the reggae fusion type of song, but it has a very serious and important message to it, and I think it stands for like a good cause, as aside from the fact that it, songs amazing, and it's like a nice collaboration to see like these local artists, all in their own lanes, coming together to make this type of track. Number 22, we have Vibe This from Doug Dusty. Doug Dusty is a very slept on local rapper. He's very introspective, has a lot of bars, and he just touches on a lot of topics that I've never heard, really touched on in Trinidadian music. So is definitely something to make you start thinking. So definitely check out Doug Dusty. Number 21 we have Outside from Jelano and Rion Elbon. This is like a kind of Latin dancehall kind of mixes like a dancehall song, but like the melody is probably sampled from some type of Latin American song. So it's definitely a very vibey track. You know, it has a very interesting vibe, and Jelano and Rihanna Album are both pulling their weight heavy on this song. 19 we have Arima from Zerima. This song, I know, although technically it is a Trinidad song, you could like say that, but the main reason why I put this song here is because is one of the very few anthem songs, you know, there is for like a place in Trinidad. So if you're from Arima, you know, you have a song you could rap, you know, you could play this song as a kind of anthem for your end. So that's the main reason why this song is on this list. Number 18 we have I Am Who I Am from Jelano. This song is just very different and it's like a very positive message, and you know it's always good to see like artists, although they get famous out of Trinidad music, like you know try to make some other music with a different type of song, a different type of message. And I don't think this song is maybe as popular as Jelano's other songs, but I think it's probably one of his best songs because one is very different. The instrumental is very different from anything really that I've heard in the mainstream Trinidadian song, and the message just has like a the song has just a very good message. So number 17 we have 303 from Kutin. Again, a very similar sentiments, you know, it's just a very interesting new song that they're trying to bring to Trinidad, and these alternative songs just you know is good. Is I can't even really define the genre of 303. It's kind of like a, I don't know, I want to say some kind of dancehall reggae hip hop fusion. Like it's just you know it's just a very interesting song. It's amazing. And number 16 we have Tonight from Kaz Fuego. This is like you know kind of lo-fi Afrobeats kind of fusion song, and it's just good to see these younger artists, you know, trying new things, experimenting, and you know, just trying to come with new songs, you know, not just going off of the whatever was popular before, the other mainstream songs, but actually taking influences from other places and bringing them together. So yeah. Yeah, so the next two has no video because I definitely did not forget to add them in, and I'm now adding them in the last second. But of course, lo and behold, next I want to talk about the song Sun Soaked. This is by York featuring the Bobo and Danny Boy. And this song is just, you know, real unique, you know, is a psychedelic type of rap hip hop song. So, you know, it's just very interesting and very new coming out from Trinidad. And the next song I want to talk about is the song Get It Right by Blacker. I believe this is a collaboration group made up of Omar Jara and Royal Williams, and this is a kind of similar psychedelic type of pop new age, but it also has a very disco and 80s like old school vibe. So this one is also very interesting and new and different coming out of Trinidad, like someone taking these old songs and combining it with these newer sounds. It kind of reminds me of The Weeknd's new album in that type of vibe, that type of realm. So imagine that. So the next person I want to talk about, many of y'all don't know, is actually a veteran in this game. A lot of your favorite soca songs, especially in like the 2010s, like 2011 to 2020, was put together by this man. He's now stepping out in his solo career, and I love this song a lot. So I'm talking about, of course, is My Ends by First Class. But I like this song just because of the fact that there's like a very clear intention of him making this song, you know, like he's very clearly trying to, you know, continue with this vibe of like trap music, rap music, like, you know, hype, very vibey, but then he's trying to make it sound as Caribbean as possible, and like just mixing those worlds together. Like he's rapping in his Trini accent, he's using Trinidad slang he's referencing places in Trinidad. Like he's not trying to make it appeal to anyone else but Trinidadians. And a lot of Trinidadian rappers, like when they rap, a lot of times their accent might just, be neutral or maybe even like slightly American. But like he's not even trying to compromise like that. He just wants it to sound as hype as possible and as organically Caribbean as possible, and that is a brave decision to make. So I respect that. Yeah, the next song I want to talk about is The Layup from J Naj, and this is really and truly just what the Trinidadian rap scene, like I know J Naj been in the wild for like a while now, and Jay, if you're watching this, like thanks for like holding it down, staying in the game, because I'm sure it could be this discouraging, because in my opinion he doesn't get anywhere close to the respect he deserves. Like he's been doing this for a while and he's been consistent at it, and I guess that type of sound, that genre of music never really took off in Trinidad, but he's been at it and he's continuing it, for his core fan base. So yeah, I even got distracted, but yeah, this song The Layup from J Naj, like definitely check it out. Like it's a typical kind of trap, hype song, but he just, he's coming with buzz, and he's being consistent with it. So yeah, big up to J Naj. The next song I want to talk about is Good Life. There's a collaboration between Raekwon 868, Zima, and Shiloh. And yeah, this song is technically cheating because this song came out in 2019 instead of 2020. But this song is so slept on, it's a shame. Like I had to put it in. When this song came out, I had this song on repeat. I was banging it out. I think I was the only person that I even knew this song. But I used to have this shit on repeat, and it's just a good, like as the title said, it's just a good vibe song. Is similar to the tropical type of sound, where it's these trap rap songs, but it has the Caribbean influence in it. And this song is just purely good vibes, and it's about having a good time. And Raekwon comes hard, Shiloh comes hard with the feature, and it's just all around a catchy song. So definitely rate this song Good Life. Alright, I'll just go ahead and say it. If you all have been watching this up list up until now, you'll probably realize it has not had a single soca song up until now. And how do you make a list of Trinidad music without including soca music? Well, I'll go ahead and say that I am not really a big fan of soca music, and I don't really listen to it that often. Why is that? I'll get into that more in the next video, but let's just say that the type of soca music that's being made on the, like, just for the most part, it doesn't really interest me, and I have higher expectations and standards for like the type of music I want to listen to coming out of Trinidad. And that's not to say like like soca is low quality music or whatever. Just it doesn't really do much for me. Like I'm not really interested in it that much. That being said, this song I'm talking about is an absolute masterpiece, and Voice is my favorite soca artist, and I actually do like all of his songs because I like how he's different, and he talks about different topics. And even aside from Voice and everyone aside, this song, their promoter, is just musically and sonically like amazing. It's so like pleasing to listen to this song, like to the ear. The melodies are just so nice. The singing from Kes and Voice is just amazing, perfect. And what really takes this song to the next level for me is just the instrumentation, the live band. Like you could tell it's a very talented band, like performing this song live, and that really just took the song over the next level for me. And to me, why I like this song is because I feel like it's not just a song made for carnival. It's a song that goes beyond carnival, and you could transcend beyond carnival, and you could enjoy it in any context, like beyond carnival. So I really like soca songs that try to break the mold of like just making a song for them 2 days. Like a song is a song. It's not supposed to be for 2 days. It's supposed to be for whenever you want to listen to that song and get into that type of mood. So I like what Kessa and Voice were doing here with this song. The next song I want to get into is yet again another fusion song. If you didn't realize, I'm a really big fan of like bending genres together and just experimenting and creating new songs. But this song here is like a kind of indie island pop kind of song. This is Pyramid High from Calpi, and yeah, this song it was very interesting. So it's something new. It's something very new for me to hear, like coming out Trinidad. And there's a switch up from the beginning of the song. It's kind of darker, moodier. It kind of reminds you of like these like kind of old indie rock songs. And then as it gets towards the chorus, they bring in like all these bright steel pan and horns, and like you could hear the Caribbean influence like heavy in the chorus. And that's really why I like this song, because it's always nice to hear when people make new songs, but like to imagine like hearing a song, like at first you wouldn't even think that it could sound Caribbean, and then you finding a way to add the Caribbean elements and make that genre, that type of song have like an authentic Caribbean feel to it. Is just like, to me, I respect that a lot, and I think that is like truly like great artistry. So that's really why I think you should put some respect on Calpi, because I know he's big in the game for someone that doesn't do soca. So I wanna just keep seeing more good stuff from Calpi. The next song I wanna talk about is probably one that surprised me the most on this list. This is like a kind of indie folk song. Is Purple Skies by Veren Neal. And yeah, I was even surprised to hear that this guy was from Trinidad. Like when I first heard this song, and like the type of music he's making, like I haven't really heard a lot of rock bands in Trinidad. I know I had neighbors, they used to like have their rock band and stuff, but I never really heard their songs. So to hear this kind of indie folk type of song, and even just the way how he's approaching singing is a very different singing style. Is much more somber, is much more moody and kind of melancholy than the type of style and sounds you hear coming out of Trinidad. So, but it's still very chill at the same time. It's not an intense song or anything. It's just moodier and a little bit darker than the kind of sounds you'd expect to hear coming out of Trinidad. So that's interesting to me, and I like that, because people aren't happy 24/7. So why should all the songs you listen to be happy, or the other way around? So yeah. The next song I want to talk about is Too Many Feelings from Jimmy October. And Jimmy October has really been developing his style and sound over like the past few years, and he came up around the time of J Naj, and I know they used to do rapping together, and as they both started getting into their sound, Jimmy started moving more towards singing and improving his melodies and these kind of stuff. So he came to these more soca calypso type songs. But even with this song, for all that experimentation and different messing around he's been doing with his styles like over the years, it's just a very raw and emotional and like a very real song. And you could tell that he's obviously like trying to just express some type of raw emotion, and like let the people listen to the song like feel how he felt in that moment. And to me, that is just commendable, because as an artist is getting bigger in their sound, they will tend to be more refined and more exact with what it is they wanna release. But this song is more than a polished track. Is it's just a kind of expression of raw emotion, and to have a song like that is deep. It's deep, and that's really why I would respect a song like this, and I want to put it on my list, because it's deep and it makes you feel like to some extent what it is the artist was feeling when they were creating, this song, like getting into his headspace. So Jimmy, I really respect the experimentation, and I hope to see more experimentation as you continue finding your style, and don't feel the need to compromise just to appeal to the mainstream, because songs like this is ones that really could last long and have a lasting impact on people. But yeah, the next song I want to talk about is Southside from Rose Gold Bentley. This song is very interesting, and the more I hear this kind of new wave of R&B kind of starting to get a little bubbling trend, that like the more I'm starting to realize like there's a very party next door type of flavor in this. I don't know if it's because a lot of Trinidadian artists are inspired by Party Next Door, or if it is just if you sing in a Trini accent on a R&B song, it's gonna sound like Party Next Door. So I don't know, it has to be some kind of combination between those two types of things. But I like the fact that artists are not being afraid to have darker, like moodier, slower types of songs, like songs that aren't necessarily just beautiful to the ear as soon as you hear it. It could be away, and it could be emotional, it could be dark. And I like how these artists aren't being afraid to, like, I guess, expose themselves and like give a little bit more of their raw emotions. And that's why I think this Southside song from Rose Gold Bentley is doing for me, and that's really why I needed to put it on this list, because he's not being afraid to be vulnerable to some extent with his audience, with the people that are listening. He's kind of giving his true story, and even though it's like kind of emotional or heavy or not even happy, is truth and is relatable at the same time. So I respect that, and I want to see like more artists from Trinidad kind of reveal more about themselves and be more vulnerable with their audiences, like go a little bit deeper into like yourself and what it is you want and just your life and these kind of stuff. But yeah, the next song I want to talk about, of course, is another moody, vibey kind of track. This one is I See You from Will Be Wolf, and this one I really like it, especially because the lyrics I feel like are very introspective and actually very relatable if you kind of get what he's talking about. Obviously this song, you could tell like there's like some heavy type of Frank Ocean influence. He even like has a line kind of referencing Frank Ocean. But yeah, I can't blame him for that. It's Frank, like, let's be real, it's Frank Ocean, like he's a goat. But even aside from that, it's still very unique for a Trinidadian song, and the visuals in the music video are dope, so you should check those out too. But I'm just liking this, especially for an artist that doesn't have that many songs out, at least now, how his artistic growth would be, because I feel like this initial song that he's having, it has a lot of potential to grow in a lot of ways. So I hope he grows into his his solidified style as he continues making more tracks and all this stuff. But I'm really liking the potential here for this track and this artist. The next song I want to talk about was my Christmas gift last year, which was Worth from Kutin and Brooklyn Descent. And you could say like this song, like aside from just being an amazing present, is just like this video was supposed to come out a long time ago, and me pushing back this video to 2021 instead of releasing it in 2020, this song made it all worth it. This song, aside from that, has everything I love about music in it. Firstly, is genre bending. Is not a specific song, like you could like label it to any specific type of genre. And there's I haven't really heard much songs in similar styles to this one, especially songs from Trinidad, and you could hear like it has influences from a lot of different places, like definitely some Afro beats, dancehall type influence, and still also be influenced by like hip hop, R&B. So I feel like this kind of fluidity in the genre and just this fusion is really what makes this song do it for me. And I've seen for myself firsthand, this song is a hit. Like, this is not a Trinidad hit, this is a worldwide hit. Like, this song could blow up in the US, this song could blow up in London, this song could blow up anywhere. Like, it low-key is too, is becoming an underground legend in terms of this song. So definitely want to see more shit like this. And Brooklyn, he went crazy on the beats. Definitely doing something very different from the rest of them. And Kutin always, a vocal beast as always, and always having some nice introspective, like relatable real life lyrics. So yeah, big up to both of them. Kutin, you're a star, bro. You're a star. You're on the way up. So don't let them make you think anything else. Um, Next song I want to talk about. This one was a sad one to talk about. Firstly, I want to say rest in peace to K Lion for the tragic loss, not only for Trinidad and the Trinidad genre, but just the entire Trinidadian music industry. Like, he had a lot of potential, and he was already basically at the top at the unfortunate time of his passing. But through his music and videos like this, I want to hope that his legacy could live on and could continue to inspire the future generations, even if he himself can't do it directly. But yeah, this song just goes to show how ahead of his time he was. Like, this song actually did come out like a few months before COVID-19 like became a worldwide pandemic. Like, it was a thing in China at the time, because I think it came out in like February. So, but it wasn't like a world war. The world wasn't on pause like it is now at that time. And it's just kind of funny to imagine that he just made a song called Private Zest, and it's just so relatable. And this is like at the forefront of the culture right now, because that's what everyone's talking about, the private zest, the private west. And that's really how things had to go for now, until the world could be in a place where it could get back to at least similar enough to how it was before. So just stuff like this is just to show how ahead of his time K-Line was, and to show how versatile of an artist he was, because he didn't have to just talk about one type of thing in his music. Like, he has all different types of songs and stuff he was exploring. So it's just a testament to also like how diverse of an artist he was. And yeah, this song was a feature from LR, and LR is from Barbados. So even aside from that, I have to respect the attempt to kind of bridge the gap between these Caribbean islands by having upcoming stars from Barbados and Trinidad we make music together. Yeah, so the next one I want to talk about is again a next sad one. And rest in peace to Rebel 6. The song I wanted to talk about, of course, is No Trust No Love with Travis World. um this like Before I get into the song, I just want to say like Rebel 6 was my personal favorite Trinidadian artist, like, of all time. And I feel like he was really doing a lot of stuff that was important, and a lot of stuff I kind of look out for in musical artists, and I feel like he was changing the game in a lot of ways. That being said, this song, aside from just being a catchy song, as being a really good song, is one very deep. Like, the lyrics are actually very serious if you really listen to what he's talking about. And you know, like he's talking about the fact that, you know, we don't know that if friend and enemy play the same role. You don't know if those people around you actually want what's best for you, you know, if they're just there to kind of soak up your energy. And now looking back on it and the way how he died is even, to me at least, even more heavy kind of to like take in, because you have to ask yourself, like, you know, if the people he was around, if they actually wanted the best for him, you know, like given the conditions and like the way how he died. But yeah, aside from that, it's just a very relatable and like a real topic that I think a lot of people could understand and relate to, and it's just, you know, very poetic despite being what it's about. And I feel like a lot of people kind of overlook the fact of the, like, how lyrical and poetic he really was, and like the kind of messages that he actually used to send in a lot of his songs, you know. So with saying that, again, I want to say rest in peace to Rebel 6. And you know, it's just kind of heartbreaking to see how he had to go, but I hope that his message could, you know, live on for the most part. That's through his music, and you know, again, videos like this, you know, showing people like just different songs, different things they might have listened to before. And yeah. So the next song I want to talk to about on a lighter note is a hit. This song is not just a Trinidadian hit. This is an international hit. Like, this song could be even way bigger than it is right now, but is pretty huge and I think pretty iconic, you know, for a Trinidad song to get this big, you know, especially in 2020. So of course I'm talking about is Catch 22. Like, this song, I've heard people playing this song in America. I've heard this song playing in England. Like, I've just been hearing this song everywhere. I've been seeing it on Instagram. I've been seeing it on TikTok, on Twitter, everywhere. And you know, just the fact that like the music video has 12 million views. There's like 2 million streams on Spotify. Like, Trinidad has a population barely over 1 million people. You know, the fact that Spotify isn't even available in Trinidad, and there's 2 million streams, you know, there are more streams than people in Trinidad. And a lot of people don't use Spotify in Trinidad. Like, it's a very, very, very select few of people, like, you know, handful of people that actually have Spotify in Trinidad. And you know, that's just to say like the, like, just how big this song is, you know. Like, I think it's much bigger than people actually realize that it is. And what I think that goes to show is that like Trinidad and this type of genre of dancehall has a lot of potential, and has potential to like blow up like these old Jamaican dancehall sounds of like the 2000s and the 2010. Like what these artists need to do is, if they're trying to diversify their song, if they're trying to move away from talking about badness and talking about girls or partying or having a good time or whatever, you need to kind of follow the formula Swanee had for this song. The beat on its own is just, you know, the beat is amazing to listen to just on its own, and the lyrics are funny, and it's like something a lot of people can relate to, a lot of people understand, you know. And I think that formula is a formula a lot of Trinidad artists could try to follow to get big songs, you know, to get hits in the Caribbean and eventually in the US, Canada, Europe, all these kind of stuff. But you need to start being more specific about the type of beats you want to sing on, you know, these types of songs you want to, you know, make music on, because you could see the potential for like these types of songs in the market, and this could be open up a whole new market of music for people to kind of look into and to explore. So big up to Swanee for that, for sure. The number one song I'm putting for Trinidad for 2020, of course it has to be Awesome from Hey Choppy. And before I go into this track, I just want to say this song, wow, this song is different. This song is just simply built different. And some people, they sleep on their back, some people sleep on their side, most people sleep on Choppy. And that's just to say, like, this guy's been in the game. Like, big up to my dog Choppy. He's been in the game. He's been grinding since I was a youth. and now he's still here, he's still grinding. I don't think a lot of people now might even know his songs and probably didn't even know they might have been a fan of him back in the day. Like, he's been around here, and I just have to say props to him for, you know, staying dedicated to the grind and, you know, continuing to work and level up despite, in my opinion, people not respecting him, or not even respecting him, people not recognizing him and his talent, you know, because he has a lot of talent, and, you know, we as a country should be trying to, you know, uplift him and, you know, cherish him, you know, for what he is. But despite that being said, you know, I just hope his career continues to go up. I hope more people start to give him the recognition he deserves, and yeah, I just hope that people actually start paying attention and understanding, like, there is a lot of talent here, and, you know, we could respect the talent in Trinidad before people outside of Trinidad start respecting us, before we could take ourselves seriously. And that's something I hope we do, not just for Choppy, but, you know, all the artists on this list. You know, you shouldn't be respected outside of Trinidad till you're respected in Trinidad. You know, it should be the other way around. You should be blowing up in your country, in your city first, before people outside start accepting you. But that whole rant, that whole dissection was just to say, put some respect on my boy. But yeah, going back to this song now. Of course, this song is an island fusion kind of songs. You know, I like my fusion. I told you all about that. It's a kind of island pop, dancehall, Trinidad fusion, and, you know, there's a little feature from Rascality to, you know, give that kind of hint of badness, like, you know, the perfect cherry on top of this concoction of songs and, you know, genres. So to me, this song is really a masterpiece, and aside from, you know, just the creative aspect of the experimentation and, you know, the incorporation of different genres and sounds together, there's the fact that this song is just so catchy, and I promise you, if you listen to the song probably one time, it will probably be stuck in your head. I guarantee you, the first time I listened to this song, I had to have it on repeat for the next 2 weeks because it was just so catchy. I literally had to call and I'd be like, bro, what did you put in this song? Like, I'm literally addicted. So yes, the song is very addictive. So if you have kids under 18, you probably want to be careful playing this song around them, and don't let that bar go over your head. Think about it. But yeah, again, big up to Choppy. This is definitely my number one must listen song of 2020. If you don't listen to anything else on the list, at least listen to this track. But yeah, boom. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thanks for staying this far. If you're still watching, big up to yourself. Leave a like, leave a comment, tell me what songs you like, tell me what songs you feel like we missed out on this list, because there's a lot more coming. So just leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and next week we have an even more special video coming out, and this one is going to be with Trinidad songs. So if we get this to like 100 views, I'm gonna drop it early, so we could aim for that. And right before I go, I just wanna hope a speedy recovery for Boy and Zebi, and yeah, I think it's Zebi D. So I hope that's right now, but yeah, I hope a speedy recovery. Trinidad and Trinidadian music doesn't need any more losses at this point. And yeah, peace out.